What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite, and welcome back to Reimagining Manchester United. Today we have two cup games, the FA Cup against Leicester, and the EFL Cup second leg against Liverpool. We have a 2-1 advantage over Liverpool, and hopefully we can, make use of that and get a victory against Liverpool, or at least a draw, and get through on the two-way tie. In terms of the games prior, you remember when our strikers remembered where the back of the net was and all that, and they were scoring those goal things? They have forgotten again. And it all coincided with Anthony Martial getting injured, and then everyone decided I know how to kick ball and find net. I just run and do nothing. They have been awful. It's been very disappointing. If we look at the schedule, we've still won games. I don't know how. Beat Bournemouth 1-0. Our defense is just carrying us so much. They had a man sent off in the 58th minute, and we still couldn't score a goal. We scored in the 3rd minute by Pogba. This is a game Tellez got injured, and it was a bad one. I'll show you how long he's out after this. We then played Norwich, beat them 2-0, and it wasn't even that convincing. McTominay scored in the 59th minute, and then I brought in Amad Diallo off the bench because Rashford and Greenwood were awful, and he scored a goal in the 96th minute, so... yeah, it was a 1-0 game, pretty much, again. We've basically only scored one goal in every game so far. So, yeah, Rashford and Greenwood were awful against Bournemouth. Not very good against Norwich. We then played Leicester. I started Diallo this time, and he got a goal in the 25th minute. We should have won another game 1-0, but Jamie Vardy scored in the 96th minute to tie the game. That was frustrating. Mason Greenwood, again, was absolutely awful. Then played Brighton. Played Greenwood and Diallo. Diallo decided he was going to be awful. Greenwood was okay. We won 1-0 by a goal from Eduardo Camavinga in the 64th minute. Camavinga's actually been in pretty good form. Our midfielders have been good. Our strikers have just been absolutely horrific. I don't understand why they're so streaky, but they are. Look at this. We're scoring 3, 3, 5, 4, 7, 3, 1. 5, 6, 3, then 2, then 1, then barely 2, then 1, then 1. What happened? I know Anthony Martial is good, but it's not all Anthony Martial. If we go to this team selection, if we go to Alex Tellez, he damaged his Achilles tendon. He's out another 2 to 4 months. He's been out a month already, so that really stunk because he was playing pretty well. Fortunately, we have depth, so we were able to get by. Bailly's still struggling with his fractured lower arm. He's out another 4 to 9 days, but he can play. He's got the protective equipment, but he hasn't been very good, so I don't really have much of a reason to play him. You can see I did keep Harry Maguire. I did not sell him. I really wanted to because he's been awful, but he's the club captain. He is the captain. He's not the co-captain. He is the captain of Manchester United, and I just can't sell him. So... I'm looking to sell Eric Bailly instead. I think I'll have to wait till he's fit, but I'm going to look to sell Bailly. He's not very good. He's not very influential, so I feel like I can get rid of him. Everyone else, Lindelof's doing okay. I could get rid of Lindelof, but he's got a 7 on the season. He's been all right this season. I'm going to hold on to Maguire. McTominay's been very good. Skriniar's been all right since he came in. He's not been spectacular, but he's been all right. I think he was my last chance to really have this center defender do well, and it just doesn't. I don't understand why. In Football Manager, this position just can't do anything. They're just guaranteed to be average or awful in every single game. Rarely do they have a good game. They only have a good game if the rest of the team has a very good game. So I might move Skriniar out wide since he can actually get good ratings out there, but I don't know. He was my last gas chance, and it just... I don't know what it is. But De Gea is playing well. Kimmich has been dropped. He is now our backup. He's averaging a 6.64 in the last 5. I don't understand what happened to him in this save, but he's been horrific. He's been so bad. Camavinga's been amazing. 7.22 in his last 5. Camavinga's remembered how to, play well, but Kimmich never learned. I don't know if it's coming abroad. He's just not very good in England or what, but he was amazing in Germany. But I've used him here, and he's just absolutely terrible. In the same exact role. Defensive midfielder, deep line playmaker on defend, and he just can't do anything now. I don't understand. This game's weird. But Mason Greenwood is averaging a 6.56 over the past 5, so I've benched him for Patson Daka. Daka's just coming back from international duty, so he hasn't really been able to play. I'm starting Amad Diallo. He's the only striker who knows where the back of the net is. I don't know how Rashford's getting good ratings. I think he's just getting assists. He's got a fair number of assists, so he's involved at least. He just still doesn't know how to score goals. But this is the squad we're going with against Leicester in the FA Cup. Dodo still starts at right back. He's not been amazing, but he's my favorite at this position so far. I could bring in Wan-Bissaka for more defensive attributes, but this isn't another away game, which stinks. We have not been very good away from home, in terms of scoring goals at least, but we haven't been good doing that anywhere, so I think I'm going to stick with Dodo. Wan-Bissaka will come in very quick if I need him to. Camavinga gets the start. Shaw gets a start as Tellez is injured. Other than that, it's pretty much our strongest squad. Let's get into the game. See if we can beat Leicester and advance to the next round of the FA Cup. This is a big match for us. I'm going to pump my fist and say this is a great opportunity to show all the pundits they've been right to back you up. Aggressive. Who's that? Bruno Fernandes is aggressive. I have faith. How much of a difference does Dennis Pratt's absence make to your plans today? Like, none. He's not even like a starter for them. He's made 16 appearances. So he's played quite a bit of football, but I say this with the greatest respect, but I don't think it'll impact the outcome much at all. Sorry, Dennis, but you're not that good. Tielemans and Madison are both better players. Abdul Qadir, I don't know how good he is, but he's started every game I've played against them, so he must be their starter. So I don't think Dennis Pratt changes anything. Let's get into this game. Hopefully we can find the back of the net. Hopefully with strikers? I don't know. That seems revolutionary, but strikers scoring goals needs to start happening again eventually. It just happened out of random last time, so hopefully Rashford will pull like he did last time and just suddenly score a hat trick out of nowhere, even though he's been absolutely awful. Diallo comes close, puts it just wide though. Nice ball through from Rashford. Rashford still getting involved. Looks like Harvey Barnes is exhausted this game. I don't know why they're starting him on such low stamina. That's good for us though. Shula from the corner, but he heads it over. That's where we really need goals. Like, we need those kind of goals because we're not scoring any other goals. Corner goal, there it is. Nicolas Shula with the header from Bruno Fernandes. We go 1-0 up. That's probably going to be the only goal this game. Just going to say that right now. Maybe Leicester will score one, but unless something miraculous happens, we might not be scoring another goal all game. It seems to be how it's gone recently. We scored one goal, then completely just sailed through the rest of the game. Stayed strong defensively, but done absolutely nothing going forward. At least Rashford and Diallo aren't on terrible ratings already. Usually by now, our strikers are on like a 6.4, 6.3. So the fact they're still on 6.7 and 6.8 is encouraging. That's sad, but you got to take it at this point. You got to take whatever you can get. Looks like Leicester might be on the attack here with Tielemans into Barnes from Abdul Qadir. Barnes running down this right-hand side. I don't know why they have Barnes on the right. And oh, nice ball in from Barnes. Maybe that's why they have Barnes on the right. Okay. That's a goal. So there's the goal for Leicester that I talked about. That will probably be the last goal in this game. I'm just speculating from here that we're going to end 1-1. Is there extra time? I don't know if there's extra time if it goes straight to penalties. De Gea, I don't know what he's doing there. Like, Vardy's going to get in front of that every time. I don't know why De Gea is taking such a terrible angle, but it's about halftime. But yeah, my prediction is that this goes 1-1 full time, and we go to a penalty shootout. I'm almost guarantee it. That happens like every time we play Leicester for one, and it's pretty much every game we play from here on out. We've only scored one goal, so it's either a Leicester win or a 1-1 penalty shootout. Albrighton down here on the left-hand side. I was about to say I don't know why they have Albrighton on the left and Barnes on the right. Usually they're the other way around, but apparently they proved me wrong. Rashford with a header on. Diallo might get there. He does. Back to Rashford. No, into Dodo. To Bruno Fernandes. We actually scored another goal. It's not a striker, of course. But Bruno Fernandes somehow gets that across the line. Did not look convincing, but hey, as long as it finds the back of the net, that's all that matters. Interesting ball by Rashford. Diallo picks it up. Finds Dodo. I'm glad I started Dodo. He puts a nice ball in. I'm not sure the defender didn't get the last touch on that. Apparently it was Bruno, but defender slides in. Bruno must have just gotten past his outstretched foot or something. Who's offside here? None of our players are there. What? Oh, I don't know. That was weird, but it's going to go into halftime 2-1. I was wrong. We did not go into full time 1-1. I'm as surprised as you are. I'm going to say don't get complacent. Where's the... Oh, I can't do it with hands on hips. Guard against complacency now. Don't think the job is done. Everyone's in pretty good fitness. Bruno's a little bit tired, but he's been the best player on the pitch today. I don't really want to take him off. Shaw running down this left-hand side. Looks like he might try to get a cross in, but it's only going to go as far as Fofana. Wesley Fofana clears it out to Abdul Kadir. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Ball looking for Diallo, but it can't get there. Diallo's looked more dangerous compared of the two strikers. He's tried to get on the end of these passes. And there's another one for Diallo. Diallo with a chance on goal, but he gets saved. His end product just isn't there. None of the strikers' end products are there. Like, they've done all right, getting involved, but they've just not been able to find the back of the net. Kind of a dangerous ball to De Gea. Skriniar boots it clear, looking for Diallo, who heads it down to Luke Shaw. Shaw just smokes his man. Gets to the byline, has a chance for a shot. He cuts inside, and Luke Shaw finds the back of the net. Amad Diallo technically gets the assist, even though he assisted him at like midfield. Yeah, he passes it to him at midfield, and Luke Shaw just goes on a wander. Starts running. I thought he was going to shoot right here and hit the side netting, but no, he cuts inside with his right foot, puts it in the back of the net. Usually they smash those into the side netting, but that is good to see. They have brought on Ryan Frazier for Harvey Barnes, who's been very good, but he's very tired. If we get another goal, or if we get later on in this game, I'll take off Bruno Fernandes. He's very tired. Pogba hasn't done anything. I'll take him off. Bring on Donny van de Beek. Donnie's been very good this season, so I feel confident having him in the game. Looks like we're still not going to get a striker goal. That's disappointing, but as long as other people are scoring goals, whatever. Whatever it takes. Bruno's going to come off. Fred's going to come on. Bruno with a great game. Golf clap for Bruno Fernandes. Hopefully we don't regret this. Sula with another chance, but he heads it over. Looks like that's going to be the game. 85th minute. I doubt they're going to find 2 goals. Van de Beek might find one, and he finds McTominay, who heads it just over. McTominay's been very good in terms of goal scoring. He's kind of kept up with Shula, even though he's played a lot less football. Got one more sub I can make. I'll take off Camavinga, bring on Kimmich. Kimmich got upset about his lack of football, so I told him I'd give him more, so I need to play him a little bit, even though he's been awful. But I don't know what I'm going to do with Joshua Kimmich. I might have to sell him eventually because he's probably going to get upset because I can't play him because he's awful. So that's frustrating, but I mean, I don't want to play a player if they can't play the game of football. Like, Kimmich seems incapable of playing the game, so why would I want to give him first-team football? Speaking of all that, Jamie Vardy finds the back of the net, and there's 1 minute left, but we still have a 1-goal lead. We should be able to see this out still. Ball by Kasper Schmeichel, out to Johnny Evans, puts a deep ball in. Vardy gets behind the defense, smashes it. De Gea just watches it. Like, how many late goals are we going to score and concede? Like, we've conceded 2 goals in the 96th, or we've conceded a goal in the 96th minute. We've scored a goal in the 96th minute, and now we've conceded a goal in the 94th minute. All in the past, 4 games. Ridiculous. We win 3-2. We go on to the next round of the FA Cup. 15 shots to their 6, but we had the same amount of shots on target. That just shows how awful our strikers are. 15 shots, and they can put 4 on target. Like, I would love Jamie Vardy right now. He seems to know how to put a shot on target. I'm going to say I'm not happy. Not good enough. You can't put 4 shots on target from 16 shots. I mean, luckily we've scored 3 of those 4 shots, but not good enough. What sort of impact do you think getting a goal just before halftime had? It's a great time to score because it forces the opposition to completely alter their plans for the second half at very short notice. A bit of a collector's item today, a goal from Luke Shaw. How pleased were you to see him score that one? It's an absolute miracle. He doesn't even score in training. I'm delighted for him on a personal level as well. He deserves moments like that. Yeah, that was very surprising, but well, we won. That's what matters. It wasn't impressive. Strikers still can't find the back of the net, but Bruno Fernandes is being amazing, so we're still finding ways through. I'll see you in a little bit for the game against Liverpool. We have a 2-1 advantage away from home. We have our next game at home, so I would hope at home against Liverpool with an advantage, we'd be able to see that through. Let's see. Let's find out. And we are back on the day of the EFL Cup semifinal second leg against Liverpool. The FA Cup has been drawn for the 5th round, and we got either Hull City or Fulham, so it's probably going to be Fulham. I will take that. They're not doing very well in the league this season. They are 17th. They've been in the relegation zone for a while, so they're actually just out of the relegation zone. Southampton have dropped in. So I think we should be able to beat Fulham. That should be a lot more comfortable than Leicester. But now we've got Liverpool. This is going to be a tough match. This is what I've gone with. I've started Wan-Bissaka at right back. Dodo's played well, but we've got a lead. I want to hold on to that lead. I'm going to play the more defensive option. He's got 20 tackling. Hopefully that can come in handy this game. Same back line. Shula, Skriniar, and McTominay. De Gea in goal. Camavinga keeps his place at defensive midfielder over Joshua Kimmich. He just doesn't seem to put in bad performances. He has quite a few average ones, but he doesn't seem to put in a bad one. Kimmich consistently puts in terrible performances. We looked at his last game, 6.7, 6.7, 6.6, 6.7, 6.5, 6.9. Not good enough. Yeah, he has not gone more than a 6.7 in a while. Since the 18th of December. Over a month. He's just not been good enough. Other than that, Diallo, Rashford still start up top. They played okay last game. Rashford is not good enough. I'm going to actually tell him he's not good enough. I'm going to warn him. Criticize his recent form. I know you haven't scored many recently, but I have every faith in you to get back to scoring ways. Hopefully that'll dig him up, because he needs it. He just randomly scored a hat trick in the Champions League against not Milan, but Madrid, Atletico Madrid. That's who it was. Randomly scored a hat trick against Atletico Madrid. Hopefully he'll do that again today against Liverpool. Just randomly decide he knows where the back of the net is again. That's what I'm hoping for, because I don't know what else to do. Like, our strikers are getting the chances. They have no idea how to put them away anymore. So let's get into this game. Hope for a striker goal. Only change is Wan-Bissaka. The team played pretty well against Leicester, so hopefully they can continue that against Liverpool. Hopefully we can do pretty well. They've got Nuno Mendes and Tomiyasu at fullback. So there's no... the only name coming to my head is Van Persie. I don't know why. It's because he has a double-barreled last name. Trent Alexander-Arnold. There we go. No Trent Alexander-Arnold. I stink with names. So, other than that... Wait, he's playing in midfield. There he is. They're playing Trent Alexander-Arnold in midfield. That is interesting. Wow. I did not expect that. Tomiyasu at right back. Trent in midfield. Interesting lineup from Liverpool. We cannot allow complacency to undo all the good work done in the first leg. Go out there and treat this as if you're starting from scratch. For sure. I have faith. Everyone is motivated. Both teams come into this one in good form. How do you rate your chances ahead of kickoff? We're going to have to be at our very best to get something today. Liverpool are as good as they come and will certainly be able to cause us one or two problems. Ryan, it's Derby Day. How much do you look forward to taking on your local rivals? It's always a tremendous occasion, and the atmosphere is something to behold. Hopefully we can harness the energy and intensity of the day and send our fans home happy. Like, even though we can't score, we've been in good form. We're just barely scoring goals. Three in our last game came out of nowhere. But they're definitely playing Trent next to Aouar. That's interesting. I mean, Trent's a pretty good midfielder. He's very well-rounded, but with his crossing ability, you kind of have to play him at fullback, don't you? Like, Tomiyasu's not that good that you have to start him. Got good physicals, decent mentals, but his technicals aren't really there. He's a defensive option, really. He can't cross. And you need goals, so why are you playing a defensive right back? That just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe they don't have any other midfielders fit. I don't know. I mean, they've got James Milner, Naby Keita, Curtis Jones. So they've got options in midfield. I don't know what they're doing. Pogba is injured after 30 minutes. We've done nothing so far, but we have a long throw. It's going to get headed away by Van Dijk. Skriniar will get it, though, into Pogba. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt, red injury, because he's very important. He's not been playing very well, but he's still very important. We do have good backup options there, though, so we will be able to survive. Ball into Camavinga, into Wan-Bissaka. Hopefully Wan-Bissaka doesn't have a stinker because made a pretty big decision calling him up for this game. And so far, all I've seen him do is give the ball away, so that's not encouraging. Bruno with a nice ball to Rashford has a chance to square it for Amad Diallo, who eventually, on the second bite, gets the ball in the back of the net. Amad Diallo, the only striker that knows how to score. Who would have guessed it coming into the season that Amad Diallo would be our best striker? Certainly not me. You have guys like Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, but only Amad Diallo is scoring. Oh, it was on the first strike. It looked like it hit the defender first, but ball does go in. Nice goal by Amad Diallo. At least someone's scoring. I mean, I'd rather it be one of the guys that I have in my long-term options, long-term plans. Like, Diallo's a long-term backup for me, but he's not a long-term starter. So, I mean, that's Rashford and Mason Greenwood. Those are my ideal long-term options at striker. But who knows if they can't find the back of the net? Diallo can. Maybe he becomes the starter. Ball through to Pogba. It has a chance, a good shot on goal, but it hits the crossbar and goes over. He put his foot behind that one. It looks like we might be going into halftime 1-0 up. They have not done anything this game. They have one shot. It must have been pretty decent because it was 0.3 XG, but they only have one shot. We have four, but again, our strikers are not putting our shots on target. Rashford has a good rating, though. I think he got the assist. So I think it's kind of plastering over what's been a very average performance by our strikers. If we can only put one shot on target, but they have an assist and a goal, so they've been doing awesome. I don't like that. You might be winning, but that could all change if your performance levels drop. Don't let that happen. If we can keep up how good we've been defensively, this should be an easy win. We are 3-1 up over both legs. They need 2 goals to take it to extra time. I feel pretty good that we're not going to allow 2 goals. We've not done it a whole lot to teams other than Leicester, so hopefully we can hold them out. They have not had a shot so far in the 68th minute of the second half. Ball into Alexander-Arnold, who does cross it, but it finds all the way to Curtis Jones at the back post, or at the corner flag, really. Back to Nuno Mendes, gets blocked by Wan-Bissaka, into Bruno, but he can't quite get there. Fabinho gets it, puts it back to Nuno Mendes, back into Firmino, into Trent. Over for Salah, nice ball to Salah. Trent doing midfield things. Tomiyasu gets tackled by Luke Shaw. He gets it back, finds Trent, finds a nice ball into Salah, but a good save by De Gea. I think he was offside. Salah was definitely offside, so wouldn't have counted even if it did go in. Pogba is hurt again. I gotta need to take him off now. He's played awful too, so I'm gonna bring on Donny. Bruno has not had his best game. No one has played well this game. We are very lucky to be ahead. They've really kicked it on the last couple minutes. They're up to 3 shots. We still only have 1 shot on target. We've not had a single shot this half. A terrible performance in this game. Like, I don't know how we're getting away with it. We're getting terrible performances, but we're still winning. I don't understand. Like, I feel very lucky to be in the position we're in, even in the title race still, because the way we've been playing, we don't deserve to be in the title race. But we're still right up there. Liverpool are a point ahead. We've got them coming up soon, so that'll be a huge match. Hopefully we can get the win there and really keep ourselves at the top of the table. Hopefully don't let them run away with it. I need to win at least a couple of trophies this season. We've won a couple already, but what is that? Alisson Becker, what are you doing? Van de Beek hits it right at Alisson's head. It looked like he ducked it and let it go in. That was not good from what's supposed to be one of the best goalkeepers in the world. He's had a lot of shockers in real life, but this is definitely a shocker. He claps his hands and the ball goes through it. That is some terrible goalkeeping. Absolutely terrible. They need 3. I don't think that's going to happen in 8 minutes. I'm going to take off Bruno, bring on Fred. Camavinga's tired too. I might bring on Kimmich, give him game time so he doesn't come crying. Strikers have good ratings. They haven't really done anything. They put a few more shots on target at least. I'm going to praise my team even though I'm not really that happy with how they performed. Long ball in, but it finds Gabriel Barbosa into Salah. Looks like they've taken off Roberto Firmino. Playing it through Rashford and Diallo. Van de Beek gets the ball. Van de Beek with a chance to put 2 up. Put us 3 up, that is, this game. Get his second goal of the game. Can't find it. He has a corner, though. Has a chance to find an assist, maybe, to Nicholas Shula, who hits it far over. Looks like this is how the game's going to end. I'm going to go ahead and go time wasting. We've conceded so many late goals. They need 3 of them, but it's not going to happen. But still, that's the end of the game. We go through in the EFL Cup. Great to see. It ended up being a pretty good performance all around. Like, our teams had like 6.5s for most of this second half. And randomly, they all suddenly went up to 7s. I don't know what they did, but apparently they did some things. Diallo again with a goal. Rashford with another assist. I don't know who got the assist for the Van de Beek goal, but a pretty decent game. 2-0 win over Liverpool is always going to be good, especially when they're top of the table. So I'm going to say a very nice victory. Well done. Not the best performance, but a good victory. Well done on reaching the EFL Cup final. How does it feel? Oh, yeah, that's a semifinal. So this is the final now. Anytime you get to play in a final, it's worth celebrating, so I'm delighted. So we are in the EFL Cup final for the first time in this series. Let's see is this the other leg? Chelsea, surely Newcastle's not in the next leg. No, that's in the Premier League. Who's in the other leg of the semifinal? It is Arsenal and Man City, and it looks like Man City went through 4-2. So we will be playing, it'll be a Manchester derby in the EFL Cup final. Klopp upset with awful Liverpool. They weren't great, but we weren't that much better. Pogba's out for 12 days to 2 weeks. That is awesome. That's all we need right now is more injuries. So Advanced Today should say we're in the final. Yep, in the final against Manchester City. A mouth-watering Manchester derby in the EFL Cup final. How have we done against City in this save? If I find Man City, find past meetings. 3 wins, a draw, and 2 losses. 1 in the EFL Cup last year. 1 in the Premier League. But we have 2 good performances in the Champions League. It's 4-0, a 0-0. 2-0 in the Premier League in the first season, and a 1-0 this year against Man City. So we've had the advantage this season, so hopefully we can have another good game against them. I will be coming back for the EFL Cup finals right there. I guess we're going to do Man City in the FA Cup 5th round, the EFL Cup final, and the FA Cup 5th round against probably Fulham. So it'll be Man City, Fulham. We have to play Man City twice in the span of 3 games. Look at this run-in. Atletico Madrid, Man City, Tottenham, Man City, Fulham, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea. That is nuts. That is like 2 straight months of only top 5 teams. Yeah, they're top 5. They're first. Tottenham aren't top 5, but still, City are 4th. And then Atletico Madrid, who I think last I checked were top of La Liga. They are 2nd in La Liga now. Down 2 points on Barcelona, but still, that is a lot of hard games against very good teams. This is going to be tough, but I think we've got a chance to, I don't know, if our striker can find the back of the net again. We've got some easy games coming up at least. Southampton are 18th, Newcastle are 20th, Aston Villa actually are flying in 6th. So not only that, we have 6th, Atletico, 4th, 7th, 4th, or what are they? Man City, 4th, yeah, again, but in the FL Cup, Fulham, who are like 17th, 1st, Atletico, 3rd, 9th, 16th, okay, then it gets easier. 16th, Derby County, Wolves, who are good, Burnley, who are okay, Newcastle again. That's ridiculous, we haven't played Newcastle yet. They're like the last game on our schedule for the first half of the season. Arsenal, the very last game of the season, and Fulham. So hopefully we'll have it. Hopefully have the League One between this Fulham and Newcastle game. That'd be nice. It'll be tough. Liverpool are doing very well, but next episode I'll see you for Man City and probably Fulham, maybe Hull. I'd love to see Hull City, but I'll see you then. If you've made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. Links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.